We pick up where we left off with Naruto and the rest of Team 7 going on D-rank missions, catching cats and everything. Sasuke starts complaining that this is a waste for his talents. Naruto doesn't say anything because he realizes the necessities of D-rank missions and how they're to build stronger shinobi. But he can't lie, as he is getting kind of fed up with the easy missions. They go to Lord Third and ask for a C-rank mission, which Lord Third sends them on the one with Tazuna in the Land of the Waves. While on their way, first Tazuna walks in, looking at the team. First he comments on Sakura. He says, "Who's this retarded pink-haired girl?" And this edgelord inside the corner. He looks at Naruto and calls him a sociopath because he sees the danger in his eyes. And then they depart for the Land of the Waves, escorting Tazuna. While along the way, they see a puddle. Naruto notices it first, along with Kakashi. When the Chunin jump out of the puddle and attack Kakashi, Naruto's right behind him and incapacitates both of them. Naruto does this instead of usually killing them, that this version of Naruto would, because he needs to know information of why they're attacking the bridge builder. To him, they're weaklings, but they're Chunins, so he wants to know why Chunins are after the bridge builder. Tazuna explains about the bridge and how Gato doesn't want it to be finished. They go along their way because Naruto's getting more and more interested inside this mission. Then, out of nowhere, Naruto tells everyone to get down before Kakashi can say anything. Sasuke acts obediently. Sakura, being the retard she is with her slow reaction time, Naruto pulls her down, and Kakashi pulls the bridge builder down. The sword plants itself inside the tree, with Zabuza on top of it. Zabuza's pretty impressed that a Genin would be able to sense his sword. He's actually so impressed that he's kind of interested. He wants Naruto to join him because he sees the potential within Naruto. But Naruto's not going for any of this. He's going to be the Hokage. He can't be a rogue ninja. Zabuza, hearing Naruto's refusal, attacks Naruto, saying that if he's not with him, he's better off dead. Kakashi blocks these kunai. Kakashi and Zabuza's fight goes as normal, with Kakashi getting trapped inside the water prison. Instead of the plan inside the original, Naruto just attacks Zabuza, with Zabuza's water clone trying to chop Naruto in half, but Naruto's faster speed able to slip past the attack and cut its head off. Naruto throws some shuriken and some kunai. Zabuza at this point is pretty mad that this Genin thinks that mere kunai and shuriken can stop him. Little does Zabuza know, all of these have paper bombs on them, causing them to explode. But before they explode, Zabuza noticed them, and he gets his hand out of the water prison and blocks part of the explosion with his sword, with first and second degree burns on his arms, but the rest of them relatively unscathed. Kakashi then attacks Zabuza along with Naruto. Haku, seeing that Zabuza doesn't really stand a chance, throws his senbon into Zabuza's neck, pretending him to be dead. Naruto knows something's up because he knows the natures of a hunter nin, because he's been He's been studying all of this stuff since childhood. Haku takes Zabuza away. Naruto knows how suspicious this is, but he decides to just wave it off because it was kind of a fun fight. And they head down. They go upon their way with Kakashi collapsing. They take Kakashi to Tazuna's house, where Kakashi tries to train all of them in tree walking and water walking. Naruto says that he can already do this and shows everyone by walking up the tree with no real effort whatsoever. Sasuke is kind of angry because Sasuke is supposed to be his mega genius and this super strong kid, strong Genin, because he's a new Uchiha, or so he thinks. Or so he thinks that he's supposed to be impressive, but we all know. Anyway, he gets pissed at Naruto. And he's really angry at this point, because this kid who's supposed to be at the bottom of the class outdoes him in everything. His reaction speed, strength, skill, everything. Sasuke's already starting to develop that inferiority complex. So Naruto just walks away with Sakura being able to do it in a few tries like she regularly does, and Sasuke finally swallowing his pride and asking Sakura for help. Because Naruto, he asked Naruto first, but Naruto doesn't care about Sasuke, and he decides not to teach him. Because in his mind, the weak are always going to stay weak. Inside this timeline, we're going to say that Naruto still does oversleep, because he has nothing to really worry about with Kakashi protecting the bridge builder, and Kakashi and Sasuke protecting the bridge builder, and Sakura can just be used as a human shield in the worst case. Hey, when he gets up and starts to leave the house, he sees the two of Gato's goons coming toward the house. Naruto, knowing something's up, quickly dispatches them with kunai, and he heads his way to the bridge. Once he arrives at the bridge, his and Sasuke's fight with Haku starts. Naruto takes his blade out. We're gonna say that Naruto doesn't really meet Haku inside the woods this time, because he's not training in the same area. And I felt like if Naruto met Haku inside the woods this time, he'd automatically attack Haku and try and kill him, or actually do kill him, because this Naruto is stronger than Haku. So I'm going to say they meet on the bridge, and during that time Naruto's just training inside a different area of the forest. Naruto fights Haku on the top of the bridge, him and Sasuke, and everything's going well with Naruto being able to deflect the Senbon without any real difficulty. Sasuke is able to dodge them too, but as Haku starts ramping up the speed, it's harder for Sasuke to react, and he starts getting cut trying to dodge them, with cuts across his face and arms, dodging the Senbon. When Haku really gets serious, and he tries to bait Naruto by throwing the Senbon at Sasuke, Naruto, he doesn't get in the way of Sasuke. He just does a smart thing and has a shadow clone jump inside the way and deflect the Senbon, because in his mind, he's a more gifted shinobi than Sasuke, and the Leaf couldn't be able to stomach the loss if he died here, along with being the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. But he still decides to save Sasuke because that's his team member, and it's kind of bad to have one of your team members die in a mission if you plan to be a Hokage. Naruto is done playing around at this point. and he breaks the ice mirror by augmenting his chakra the way Tsunade and Sakura do, because he has heavenly chakra control, and he's been able to read all these books on how to get his chakra control better. So he just shatters one of the mirrors, and right before he's about to kill Haku leaves and gets in the way of Kakashi Sidori killing him as in the original. But in this time, Naruto does not try and play to Zabuza's humanity. He says that he was a strong ninja, and while he's occupied with his fight with Kakashi, Naruto comes in and slices Zabuza's neck, killing him. All of Gatu's thugs come after this, with Naruto and Kakashi and the rest killing the rest of them too. And they head back to the village. Okay, that's the end of this part. It's not like a lot happened. It was just a long Land of the Waves saga. And I'm gonna go more into their character interactions with Sasuke, with Naruto's character interactions with Sasuke and Sakura and Kakashi in the next part.